Hey, what's up traders, George here and welcome to Forex Gym. This is daily Forex analysis for 11th of March 2020. In this video, I'm going to analyze four currency pairs. We're going to start off with US dollar against Japanese yen, Australian dollar against US dollar, Canadian dollar against Japanese yen, and euro against Swiss franc. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. I'm making daily as well as weekly market analysis. And we start to go with the US dollar against Japanese yen. From the daily chart, we can see that yesterday price came up and filled this gap down here. I think it had already moved towards, as of the retracements, it went up. Now it's starting to come down. Of course, this daily bullish candle is still have this wick, it left this wick, so which shows me that it's not fully, it doesn't want to go much up, so it was just a retracement as of for now. If we go to the shorter time frames, like the 4-hour and an hourly charts, I can see that the trend, the short-term trend as of the 1 and 4 hours are a bit up. So because of that, we're gonna take a bit of a precautions before we try to get onto a short side. So where I'm waiting for this one, the price to come down a bit more, break these daily pivots and come down to, at the very minimum, down to this little high, or ideally we'll be looking probably down here wherever this little low is. After that, I would want to see a little retracement up, so around these highs, either one of these two would be fine. Most likely I think will be this one, but you don't have to get very obsessed to get the exact number. Let's say if you want, if this high is around, what is it, say 104.90, you don't need to get obsessed that the price has to come out the exact at 104.90, because this is a zone, so it can be, price can come up at 104.84 or 86 or even 80, so it does not always go to the exact the level you want. So let's have a look at the what are potential. So if, let's say, 104.90 you want to place, that's quite a big stop actually. You want around 35, 30 to 40 pip stop, ideally 40, maybe 30, 35 at the very minimum, 35 pips, but then the reward is quite big, so running about on 103.85 or 90. And we continue with the Aussie against US dollar. So yesterday we had this nice move towards downside. It came down to this low here, and then since then it's retracing slowly up. So I've been looking at this. I'm looking at this currency today, and I'm waiting for the price to push a little bit higher, so another 20 pips. So if we go to an hourly chart, now it's kind of hurtling through these daily pivots. I think it's gonna break it, and as of the, so what I'm looking at is the price to come up to these highs, these two highs, and also this high, this spike high is marginally touching where these two highs are. So that level is about 65.35 zone, around here. So I'm waiting for this price to push a little bit higher, and hopefully I will get a setup, and then that will be towards the short side. And as of the targets, I'm expecting that the price wants to come down and take out at least this spike low down here. So that could be as a target. So 64.30, call it 64.35, around that zone. So if you give your entry, let's see how is. So if you get onto that 65.35 with a stop 45.50, can get over 54, so let's call it 20 pips. For the 20 pip stop to run it down to, actually this one could be first, yeah, 64.40. So give it, this is an hourly chart. I generally base my profit target on the 4-hourly charts when I do a day trades. So you either can, actually this one will be the first target, no, so the price came down and already came very close here. I would suspect either you can do a take profits down here, which is a 64.40, or you can run it down where these lows are 64.35. Either way, it's not a huge difference between them. I'm most likely probably going to hold this position until this low is taken out. Next currency is Canadian dollar against Japanese yen. Starting off with the daily charts, we can see that the trend is down and the market has this gap down here, which is quite a big gap. Normally, market likes to go and fill up the gap before it continues to their original trend, whatever the trend is. In this case, downside. But for now, what I'm seeing is it looks that it wants to go down. Let's go to the shorter time frame. It came up here to these highs, but then it has this immediate retracement back up, and now it's going down again. I'm hoping that it will come up a bit higher. Let's go to the 1 hourly chart. So now it's testing this daily pivot. I'm looking for this currency to come higher, about around these highs, where these highs are. And then I will be looking to short it towards down to the prior low before. However, if the price continues to maybe break down and then it retraces higher, I'll be looking to get into the short side in here, depending how intense the candle's gonna react. If it's gonna be a normal retracement, then it's fine, but if it's gonna come strong like this big bullish candles, then I will hold and wait for what's price gonna do. So let's have a look at the target wise. Target wise, I will be looking down here about 74.90 to 74.75 zone, basically where all these cluster of lows are down here, which gives a good some more than 100, just over 100 pips. And lastly, we got euro against Swiss franc. Starting with the daily chart, we can see that this is in a nice downtrend. And we go to the shorter time frames, and on shorter time frames it looks pretty ugly. On the 1 hourly chart it looks very bad, like chopping around, and the candles are not very clear what the market is doing. But I'm basing this on the daily time frame and then using the smaller time frames to drill it down and identify the points of entry and target. So for now, I'm looking for this one to go higher, and based on this 1 hourly chart, I'm waiting for this price to, if it can come up at 106.10 zone, which is another 12-14 pips, and would have a relatively tight stop because this currency does not really move much. So 10 pip stop will be good. And for the target, you can have either this one at 105.80 as the first target, which is, if you use the 10 pip stop, then will be 1 to 3, but I would personally looking to run it down here at 105.60. Of course, this one's gonna take longer than the one coming down here, but again, my risk reward is more important than just taking a loss. Okay guys, this was daily forex analysis for 11th of March 2020. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe. I'm making daily as well as weekly market analysis. Also, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below, or you can reach me with my social media accounts, which the link's gonna be on the description. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.